Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another Rage video and the return to World Star Hip Hop, where it's kind of hard for me to imagine that we're literally almost 5 years on from this sorry debacle. And okay, let me sort of explain to you exactly, guys, what's going on. You remember a couple of days ago, I took a look at Rap God by Eminem, which is, by all intents and purposes, a lyrical masterpiece and is quite unlike any other rap song that ever came before or ever came afterwards. Maybe it's not as violent or as explicit as stuff you would ever hear from the NWA. Maybe it's not kind of like flashy or trend-setting, like Tekashi 6ix9ine, but then again, 6ix9ine, no, he's not a trend-setter, he is a trend endorser. He's the sort of person that keeps trends going, but doesn't really create anything new. His image, ladies and gentlemen, is literally just that. 6ix9ine's image is literally an image. It's not based on anything else apart from looking bizarre, sounding bizarre, making bizarre music. And I've listened to 6ix9ine a couple of times. I just don't get it, unfortunately. And then, of course, you have like things like Lil Uzi Vert, which is a trend nobody wants to go back to because it was just embarrassing for everything involved. And it led to the Annihilation album known as Kamikaze by Eminem. And speaking of Eminem, we have Rap Devil, which by Machine Gun Kelly, who doesn't Machine Gun Kelly usually just do like rock songs right now or something like that? Because, well, it might have something to do about what happened after this got released. But yeah, to all intents and purposes, this is literally a diss track. It's also referred to as an Eminem diss. I'm mentioning all of this because I will be left with you, ladies and gentlemen. I do not know what the appeal of a diss track is. I think if you're going to do a diss track, it needs to be something that actually calls out the issues that people took issues with. It is a hot take replying to a hot take. And I did this a couple of weeks ago as well with a song called 1985 by J. Cole. And there wasn't a diss track response, there was a response to it, which actually called out some of the things that J. Cole did bring up, and some things that in hindsight may not sound as fair as I was giving credit to. But it was a fascinating listen to. So I generally want to know exactly what Machine Gun Kelly has got to be unhappy with Eminem for. But this isn't the kill shot, ladies and gentlemen. That comes later. So, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. Rap Devil in 3, 2, 1, and... Okay, here we go.
Hey, somebody grab him some clippers. His fucking beard is weird. Tough talk from a rapper paying millions for security a year. I think my dad's gone crazy. Yeah, Haley, you right. Dad's always mad, cooped up in the studio, yelling at the mic. You sober and bored, huh? I know.
You know, again, it's never a good start whenever your response is literally somebody calling somebody a bitch. I don't know why that... Like, man, you sound like a bitch. Okay, first of all, just repeating the exact same word is not the cleverest thing in the world, but it's about how you do it. You may remember there was a very popular rap song called I'm Not Racist, and they kind of did the same thing where they literally repeated one word immediately after the other, and they spaced it out. But there's reasons why they did it like that, and the reasons why it worked, it's because it's a word I cannot say, but you probably already know what it is if you remember what that song was. I'm Not Racist. But yeah, the problem I kind of like see already is that I don't really know what Machine Gun Kelly's like issue is, and that's a bit of a problem. When you want to do a diss track, ladies and gentlemen, in my mind, you want to get to the point, like, immediately. You don't want to start bringing in things that honestly don't matter. I mean, if this is about Eminem in general, then okay, that's one thing, yes, but also Eminem went on a very long road to recovery. He got over, his alcoholic addictions and all that. You know what? He wasn't happy about that period in his life, but you know what? He got better from it. He moved on. People admired him for improving himself. So why is that something exactly you need to call out on to make a diss about? That's like the first big issue I kind of have just from looking at this. Because if it really matters that much, then okay, so what? What do we know about MGK to say that, you know what, he stayed sober and, you know what, he played by the rules? You know, that could be something. You could say, you know, I played by the rules, I got a class, I did absolutely nothing wrong, and I got bounced back, like a bounce check. You could have done something about that. You could have said that MGK may have, like, he obeyed all the rules, he did everything he was supposed to, he wanted to follow his dreams, and he was literally shown the door, and they gave people like Eminem a free pass. You could have made maybe an angle about that, because that's maybe, if you want to make a diss, you've also got to make sure you put in a point that not only that would make someone else look bad, but kind of raises the point for maybe not just for yourself, but for other people. This seems a little like, you know, self-absorbed, a bit of an obnoxious thing to do, because it's not really about making Eminem look bad. It's more like about MGK just trying to cash in on Eminem's notoriety. Besides, what was it? Tough talk from a rapper paying millions for security a year. I don't really know what MGK's got a problem with that for. You know what? If you can afford to pay for security, then you know what? You go for it. I don't really know what that's a problem about. Also, people could die literally from like a heart attack or, you know, a seizure or anything like that. What good would the security do him then? But the only reason why I would imagine Eminem would pay that much for security anyway is because, unlike MGK right here, Eminem has actually got something very valuable to him, and it kind of does need to be protected. A bit like a reputation, ladies and gentlemen. When you have a reputation, you have to go out of your way to make sure it's protected. Otherwise, people will lose their interest in you. And unfortunately for MGK, you know what? It says something when this guy's talking about security and, you know what, about paying millions for it, when he's literally got like a fish hook dangling from his ear.
Your shit. You mad about something I said in 2012? Took you 6 years and a surprise album just to come with a diss? Homie, we get it. We know that you're the greatest rapper alive.
Okay, again, ladies and gentlemen, listen. All you gotta do is read from the dictionary and stay inside. You know what? If that makes him the rap god, then you know what? Why didn't MGK think about doing something like that? Why is it when somebody actually does something that works and is successful, then other people jump on it? Is it because it was such a simple thing to do? Well, you know what? I've said this before and I'll say it again. Sometimes it is so simple. But then if it was that easy to do, then why didn't MGK do it? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why is it that people will only... He's just mad because Eminem actually did it first and it worked. You know what I mean? Why is what Eminem does that nobody else was doing? Why is it all right to... You know... Oh, God.
I'm the rap devil, come a bare face with a black shovel like the Armageddon. When the smoke settle, his body next to this instrumental. I'm saying, I'm sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being rich and you still mad, let's talk about it. All of us single dads from the Midwest, we can talk about it. Or we can get gully, I'll size up your body and put some white chalk around it. Let's talk about the fact you actually blackball a rapper that's twice as young as you. Let's call Sway, ask why I can't go up to shape 45 because of you. Let's ask Interscope how you had Paul.
Now, okay, maybe that's something quite different, you know what? That's what I've been saying all along. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the fact that, you know what? maybe MGK and Eminem did come from very similar backgrounds. Maybe we could talk about the fact that literally, you know what, says that about the fact that does Eminem really have the right to start complaining about his wealth because he earned it? And there are millions of other rappers who won't ever see the sort of things Eminem made or anything like that. Or what about the fact that, you know what, some of these things, and I'm not entirely sure about like the context of many of these, like Blackboard, a rapper twice as young as you, is that meant to be like Juice WRLD he's talking about? Or it might be Sway. It might be something about that. Or I can't, and why I can't go up to Shade 45 because of you. Let's ask Interscope how you had Paul Rosenberg try to shelf me. Still can't cover up the fact. Okay, you know, again, that would be fine if you listen, Kelly, listen, Rap Devil. Let's do it like this. If you absolutely want to bring up these things, you know what? You're gonna have to go into a little bit more about it. You've got to tackle very specific things, and that could hold a lot more weight than just, you know, bullet pointing certain things. From my experience, ladies and gentlemen, it works a lot more if you pinpoint something specific, even if it doesn't affect somebody's reputation short term or even long term. The fact is, it's out there and it paints a different image that, you know what, Eminem may go on about being not afraid, but how about he turns around and faces it? You know, I think about it, if you do it like that, that might start up something. That might bring something into it. So I don't really want to say this is that bad. It's just I think his direction is a little bit like skewed because I'm not entirely sure what he's trying to achieve from all this. I mean, again, you call Eminem the rap god, but do you really want to be known as the Rap Devil? What about the Grim Reaper or something like that? What if be referred to something else? That what instead of being like, you know, okay. Let's keep going. Oh, right.
I know you can't stand yourself. Trying to be the old you so bad, you stand yourself. Let's leave all the beef in the 50. Please. You're pushing 50. Why you claiming I'ma call Puff when you the one that called Diddy? Facts. Then you went and called Jimmy. Facts. The coppers called me in the morning. They told me you mad about a tweet. You wanted me to say sorry. I swear to God I ain't believe them. Please say it ain't so. The big bad bully of the rap game can't take a fucking joke. Oh, you want some fucking smoke, but not literally, you'll choke. Yeah, I'll acknowledge you're the dope, but I'm the gunner, bitch, I got you in the scope. Don't have a heart attack now. Somebody help your mans up. Knees weak or old age. The real Slim Shady can't stand up. I'm sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being rich and you still mad, let's talk about it. Both of us single dads from the mirror.
Now again,
talk about it.
This is just something I want to put. This is, again, kind of the problem I was getting to earlier. It's not that I don't disbelieve the things that Kelly is probably mad about Eminem for. But what about the fact that, you know, these just things like just seem like bullet points, and these just things that like M's just mad, that Kelly's just mad at M for? Is that what this is all about? That Kelly's being called out for things that Eminem did, and these things directly affect Kelly's career, while Eminem just literally acts like he can't be touched and stuff like that. Now that would be a lot easier to go with if it wasn't for the fact that, you know what, it's not it. If that was true, then why would there even be a need for a diss in the first place? If these things were absolutely true, then Kelly could just stand by his guns and literally just carry on as he was. And if it really became a habit that Eminem really was like breathing down Kelly's neck, and if this went on for longer, then that would give Kelly a lot more grounds to sort of like say, what about all the shit he's done? What about all the things that affected my career and stuff like that? I didn't do shit to this guy. Why is it about, like, you know, it's like me against the world, but you know what? It was just the same for him. So you know what? Does it all work out there? Or is it just because he's better than me, or that he's been around longer than me, or anything like that? That I think that absolutely is an argument to be made for Kelly, absolutely. I just don't know if this is the right way to do it. I genuinely don't know, because there is absolutely a lot of talent in MJK's response, and there's clearly a lot he wants to get off his chest. I don't know, maybe it's just execution, maybe is the word I'm looking for, and maybe that's kind of what is leaving a little bit to be desired in all this.
Hello, Marshall. My name's Colson. You should go back to recovery. I know your ego is hurting just knowing that all of your fans discovered me. He like, damn, he a younger me. Except he dresses better and I'm ugly. Always making fun of me. Stop all the thuggery, Marshall. You living in luxury.
You see, I like that.
Look what you done to me.
I really like that.
Just because of me.
Look what you've done to me. Dropped an album just because of me. Damn, you in love with me. And that's true. That is absolutely true. Kamikaze dropped... I don't know if it was immediately before or immediately after, but I will absolutely agree on Kelly on this. You know what, Kelly? If it absolutely... I agree. I agree with Kelly absolutely in part of this, because, you know what? It says something about how... because there's certain things about Kamikaze I absolutely love, because Eminem does call out a lot of the standards in the rap game because of certain bullshit that happens from mumble rap to literally everybody looks like they're just trying to pick a fight with each other and stuff like that. But then, of course, in the case of Kelly, exactly, is the fact that, you know what, this is just what they do, and this is just the things they want to bring to the table, and some people are mad just because they're different. You could say the exact same thing for Lil Uzi Vert. Some people were just mad just because he was different.
Them lyrics out in front of me. Shout out to every rapper that's up under me. Know that I'll never do you like this fuckery. Still bitter after everyone loves you. Pull that wedgie out your dungarees. I gotta respect the OGs, and I know most of them personally. But you just a bully acting like a baby, so I gotta read you a nursery. I'm the ghost of the future, and you just Ebenezer Scrooge. I said I'm flex, anyone can get it. I ain't know it would be you. I'm sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being rich and you still mad, let's talk about it. Both of us single dads from the Midwest, we can talk about it. Or we can get gully, I'll size up your body and put some white chalk around it. Hey, ride a shotty, cause I got a road that's dope. It's a fast road, when your idols become your rivals. Yeah. Never hesitate to say it to your face, I'm an asshole. Bitch ass motherfucker. We know you get nervous, rabbit. I see mama spaghetti all over your sweater. I wish you would lose yourself in the records that you made a decade ago. They were better. According to them, you're a national treasure. To me, you're as soft as a feather. The type to be scared to ask Rihanna for a number. Just hold her umbrella, Ella. I'm not afraid. Okay, Oscar the Grouch, chill on the couch. You got an Oscar, damn. Can anyone else get some food in their mouth? For real. They made a movie about you. You in everybody's top 10. You're not getting better with time, it's fine. Eminem, put down the pen. Or write an apology. Or with a simple fact, you had a diss to acknowledge me. I am the prodigy. How could I even look up to you? You ain't as tall as me. 5'8", I'm 6'4". 7 punches, hold your head still. Last time you saw 8 Mile was at home on a treadmill. You were named after a candy. I was named after a gangster. And don't be a sucker and take my verse off of Yellow Wolf's album. Thank you. I just wanna feed my daughter. You try to stop the money to support her. You the one always talk about the action. Text me the addy, I'm pulling up scrapping. And I'm by my fucking self, what's happening? EST cat to salute me and shoot me. That's what he's gonna have to do to me when he realizes that it ain't shit he can do to me. Everybody always hated me. This isn't anything new to me. Yeah, there's a difference between us. I got all of my shit without Dre producing me. I know you're not used to me. Usually one of your disses should ruin me. But bitch, I'm from Cleveland, everybody quiet this evening. I'm reading a eulogy. He dropped an album called Kamikaze, so that means he killed him. Already fucked one rapper's girl this week, don't make me call Kim. I'm sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats, let's talk about it. I'm sick of you being rich and you still mad, let's talk about it. Both of us single dads from the Midwest, we can talk about it. Or we can get gully.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Rap Devil by Machine Gun Kelly. And like I said about like 20 or so minutes ago, I genuinely... And I genuinely... I honestly, the more I think about it, I do think that in many ways MGK absolutely kind of does have some points in all this. The only thing that I'm kind of I think more than anything now with all of this is the fact that, you know what, if nothing else, MGK, I think he's just a little bit pissed off at the fact that, you know what, he absolutely has just as much to give in rap than I think anybody else does, because they do say you're only ever as strong as your weakest link, but it really seemed as if like that, you know, maybe MGK was just constantly being let down. Maybe the fact that he just wanted to make this work. Maybe the fact that he just, you know, he had so many other things going against him, because no word of lie, MGK absolutely has got some really hot bars and all this. You know, for the last time you saw 8 marbles on a treadmill, that was kind of funny. But then you get the impression, a very strange impression, the fact that, you know what, without knowing too much else about MGK, you know what, if people really did see him like this, and they saw him that, you know what, he was actually really, really like passionate about the things he wanted to talk about, because it might have said something about maybe more people absolutely would have saw him and wanted to work with him. Now, with that being said, plenty of people still do, but when was the last time you ever heard, you know, maybe Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, or, you know, A$AP Rocky, or any one of those guys want to work with MGK? Because, again, because I personally do not know, but I absolutely would love for nothing more than to check this out, to see if that really does. But the only problem is that literally, I think the reason why I think it like worked as well as it does is because MGK is just, because I didn't know who Machine Gun Kelly was before this came out, and I know him more than anything from all the rock covers he does. But at the same time, I think I absolutely agree with him. I think he absolutely has got some solid points, and you know what? Let's talk about it. You know what? You want to try hard. You got to play hard. It's not as if, you know, Eminem was given, you know, like the red carpet when he first started. But I think it also says something as well, that when anyone ever comes out and they try something different, they immediately go on, you know, mad because different, or mad because bad. Some things absolutely are bad, don't get me wrong. I mean, let's face it, Lil Uzi Vert did a collab with Kanye, and I Love It is still possibly one of the worst songs to come out in the last 23 years. To call it rap would be an insult. To call it hip-hop would be a disgrace. To say it's a song about nothing, about guys who do nothing nowadays, unfortunately. No, I take that back. You know, Lil Uzi Vert are doing things that are a bit more sneaky than Kanye, let's face it. Yeah, I'm not. Like I said before, I'm never going to be checking out any other Kanye songs for this channel again. No, fuck Kanye. He gets absolutely what he deserves. And people do sort of have got the impression that this literally was just a cash grab more than anything for when Kamikaze came out. Which, again, Kamikaze was just... Some people say that entire album was just Eminem to make a cash grab on him commentating on the state of rap, which, I don't know, there's a bit of back and forth he could say to stuff like this. But then, of course, you could always go on the argument and say that, you know what, if Eminem didn't like Rap Devil that much, why didn't MGK, you know, after Killshot, and remember, Killshot came out 11 days after Rap Devil was released, but then why didn't MGK come out with a response, a diss to Killshot? Like something like Killshot, You Missed, or something like that. You could have absolutely have kept this like rivalry going, and it might not have even been the case of, we'll do one diss track and that will literally slam you out of the game and nobody will ever take you seriously again. And I will do Killshot very, very shortly. But what I want to sort of like illustrate to you guys is something I learned from Keemstar, which is always an interesting thing about what I'm going to say next. Kelly, if you are absolutely that scared and you're that intimidated of the fact that, you know what, people will not take you seriously just because Eminem, Big M, told you otherwise, you got to turn those haters into money. You got to come back with another diss. You could keep this going, and then you could almost make an angle out of this where you both make money out of this. You just got to step up your game. Because, like I said, Kelly has actually got some sick bars to this. There is a lot of potential in this dude. I just kind of wanted to know if they could have kept this going. But unfortunately, again, it's been 5 years, and we might never ever know. But all credit to Kelly, he put himself out there, and they do say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So maybe leaving well enough unknown, or maybe knowing that he was out of his depth or whatever. We'll wait and see, because I want to know what Killshot really is. I want to know if it borrows bars from Rap Devil, then I wouldn't be surprised. But counter the counter, I say. So anyway, I hope all of you guys have enjoyed this reaction video to Rap Devil. Please make sure to leave all your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Know what you guys felt of Rap Devil for yourselves, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys again in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye for now.